Nope as well.
You're back.
It's Mia.
And Nia.
And welcome back to another episode of
The Nope Was What podcast.
Yeah. So today,
in today's episode, we're going to be talking about random topics that keep us up at night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I know that Mia has some stories to tell us. I don't know if we should do that now or if we should wait a little bit.
I think we should wait.
Okay. So I'm gonna start this off. So one topic, I have 5 guys that I came up with, and the very first one is the one that keeps me up most nights.
Okay.
Like nights that I can't fall asleep, this is usually what I'm thinking about. But I don't know if I should use this as my first one or if I'll have time to do it at the end. Just because this one is like very deep.
Okay.
What do you think? Because I don't know your story, so I don't know if yours will take
Mine aren't that long. I think one of them is like the longest, and then the other is just kind of like. I have 4.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Just to let you guys know, Mia got a little kitten.
A little orange cat, and he gets the zoomies at 2 a.m.
His name's Miso. He's so cute. Okay, I guess I'll do a smaller thought.
Okay.
I think all of mine are pretty deep. But okay, this one's fine. One topic that keeps me up at night is like, why do we dream?
Okay.
It's just cricket. Why do we dream?
Why do we
You
dream?
know, I feel like everybody has a different perspective. But guys, Miso almost fell off the couch. I mean, the bed.
He's embarrassed.
from Lion King. You know, he was like,
Yeah.
he was holding on like that. Anyways,
He even rolls like it.
yeah. Okay, but yeah, why do we dream? You know, I feel like everybody has a different perspective on dreams and like why we have them. Like, are we transporting to another life? Are we dying each time we sleep and coming back to life every time we wake up? Miso keeps doing it, guys. Like, you know, dreaming, is it like past lives we've had or experiences we've had?
Or like future.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like interesting to see how everybody views dreams and like what they think about them. Because I don't know. But yeah, what do you think? Like, why do we dream?
I don't know, but I feel like sometimes it's like future stuff also.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes it's like I've had dreams and then they happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And like my mom has had dreams and things happen. Like she dreamed of my first niece being born.
What?
And then a month later they're like, we're pregnant, and she's like, I knew it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? My mom has definitely had those type of dreams. Like my mom actually, I have a Thea right now that she's pregnant. My mom had a dream before she announced it to us that she was pregnant again. And then
if your mom ever dreams that I'm pregnant, girl, let me know, because I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, and the thing is my mom, she didn't want to, obviously she's not going to be like, hey, I dreamed that you guys were pregnant again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But once they told us the news, she was like, oh my
That's
gosh,
crazy, because
I dreamed about it.
Yeah.
That's not it, guys. She also had a dream about the gender. And she was right.
Oh, really? A boy?
Yeah, a girl.
A girl?
Yeah, my mom definitely has had those scenarios, or like she knows when, not that she knows, but she has dreams about people being pregnant, and most of the time it's
true. I feel like she's very spiritually
woke,
you know.
Yeah, Misa's playing with a 3D printed dragonfly, but yeah, I don't know.
We'll have to stop. We'll have to mic him up.
Yeah.
You have anything to say? Yep.
There you go. But yeah, dreams is just kind of like, why do we dream or stuff? Because I've definitely had dreams where, look, you might think I'm crazy, but I've definitely had dreams where there was just this one dream that I was in another like universe, and they needed me there
Oh,
because
yeah, 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 I remember you
yeah,
telling me.
because I was like, I don't even know, guys. I was like, apparently I fell asleep, woke up in this place, whatever, and I was like a big importance to them. And they were like this is happening, da da da, like you have to help us, you gotta stay and da da da. And I'm like, no, like you guys gotta do this. I gotta go back. Like I can't just leave my, other
Mm.
family, da da. I'm like, what am I talking about right now? And I told him, I was like, no, like I'll
You
just
ever think
come
that that's
back
like
and da da da. Yeah.
death was like near?
I don't think I felt it more of like living different lives, but like, how the heck are we doing that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Or what if it was like your second life and it was like, bro, we need you now.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened.
I'm
That
sorry, he's
no, you're good.
such a freaking. Come here, go play. Hurry, go, go, go look at yourself in the mirror.
No, like that's generally how it felt. Like they were like, no, like you have to stay. Like, why don't you just stay? And I was like,
Mm,
no, I gotta go back. I'm sorry, I'll be back some other time. Like you guys got it without me for now.
mm,
Have I been back? No, not that I know of.
mm.
But it's just kind of like it's not a dream where it's like, oh, I dreamed about this, whatever. No, the dream felt like
Very real.
very real, as in like that place definitely wasn't something I imagined or whatever. It's I
Mm,
was there.
mm.
So I'm just like, are we transporting in our lives? Are we like I guys, I keep mentioning this, but teleporting, come on now, time travelers?
Yeah.
I don't
I feel
know.
like honestly, when you're fascinated with something, maybe it's because you are that.
Isn't that crazy? Guys, I'm a time traveler. Yeah. Government don't come for me.
Yeah, literally.
But isn't that I don't know. It's like why do we dream? Because I've also had dreams where it's like, or at least my mom has had dreams where she's like, that definitely has happened before. Or it,
Really?
yeah, or it's like something that happened when she was younger. She's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Have you ever dreamed in like another era?
No.
Me neither. But
I feel like
I
that'd
bet
be
it's
cool.
possible.
Like
Yeah.
imagine seeing myself in. Okay, this is such a dumb thing. Seeing myself in black and white. I say that because I was so like when you're little you just don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like it's so crazy how like the world has changed. Our skin color has color now.
Okay, but listen. You seen the movie The Giver?
No.
Go watch the movie The Giver.
Is
They
it about that?
literally so basically in that movie it's like they couldn't see color, and the reasoning behind it, or like the message that they wanted to like give, is that everybody was in some form asleep, or like the
Mm.
hierarchies didn't want them to know what they're capable of,
Mm.
and would hide things from them, and emotions and how to feel and how to see stuff and da da da. So in the
Oh.
movie The Giver, everybody could not see color until
Mm.
somebody, they were like, they saw some color and they were like, what the heck?
Mm.
And they were like, this is not normal. And then they went out of their way to like basically show that to everybody else and awake everybody else.
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
used to be like, oh, we can't see color. Like but I thought like everything was black and white. But I used to think we didn't have color in general, like at all. Yeah, that's funny you mentioned the government though, because that's on my list.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe we should get into that.
yeah, maybe with mine the government, and it's like it's very short, but it's just like just everything the government is feeding us, like the media, what they're actually like feeding us, the food and like
What they're hiding from
oh, they're
us.
hiding from us the freaking earth, like how we're genuinely killing the earth, but we're not hearing about it. Like the pollen, the chemtrails, all that stuff. Like, everything that's run by such a higher power, aka the government, is like so scary.
Mm-hmm. What they're capable of.
Exactly. Just knowing what they can do
Yeah.
and all that stuff is so scary. And it kind of keeps me up at night sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, what the heck should I like what are we gonna start thinking about tonight to make us fall asleep?
Mm-hmm.
But it genuinely like keeps me up at night. 'Cause I'm like, what lie am I being fed right now? Yeah, it's kind of like one of my shorter ones because I mean it's kind of a broad spectrum. We kind of,
Mm.
I feel like we all kind of agree,
Have
like,
thought about it.
yeah,
And if you haven't, well,
start
what are you
thinking about it.
doing?
Do you have one? A different one?
Yeah. Mm. I was sorry guys. I was just like thinking about the government. It took me a second. I was
Yeah, no, you're
like,
good.
okay.
She said I needed to recollect myself after that one.
I'm gonna do another short one. And this one was the one that I was like I didn't want to mention in the last episode because I was like it does keep me up sometimes at night. But the thought of like our neighbors could be a murderer. You know what
Like,
I mean?
imagine something in their basement.
And look,
Oh, she has a story.
I don't have a story, but
No?
not like a ooh story. It's just more of like, don't you have those? I bet everybody has some sort of neighbor that you never see. They leave at the same time, they come back at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing new about them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I have this neighbor right next to us. She lives by herself, I'm guessing. And before she moved there, it was somebody else. And the neighbor before, she was super sweet. She would give us things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we were super close and this and that, right? And she would keep the house so pretty with like flowers and like what is it? The lawn was
Like,
basically
always mowed and
yeah, like
upkept.
it
Mm-hmm.
just the house and property just always was upkept. This neighbor though, I don't know her reasonings or what, but basically nothing's kept
Oh,
upkept.
okay.
Like recently, maybe like a few months ago, her mailbox broke somehow. I don't know if she hit it or if the wood just kind of broke off or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it fell over and it's in the same spot and she has not done nothing to like fix it for the mail people, you know.
Yeah.
And she hasn't even moved it. You know what I mean? It's just kind of weird. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like you go and pick up your mail with your broke your you
Yeah.
know,
You're
and
like,
you just leave it there. Yeah.
yeah.
And there has been times where she would just get so much mail and she wouldn't like put it in or whatever or like she's there cuz you could see her car but she doesn't. And then her backyard, she it's fenced. But her backyard is like the grass was like the
Taller than
height
the fence.
the height of the fence. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my
And like
gosh.
that thick and everything. It's just kind of like I wonder why, you know? It's
Yeah.
just like
First of all, there's so many snakes and spiders and stuff.
yes,
That's such a
yes.
hazard for
Eh,
yourself in
yeah.
itself.
Yeah, and then so those are two things and like she's never outside. Like she's only anytime she goes outside is to go to her car and go somewhere, I don't know where, and then come back and then like that. And then there was one time that she had her garage open. This was like probably a year or two ago. But basically, all of like the packages that she would get, she had all the boxes in the garage. You know what I mean?
Oh. Does she even take her trash out?
Yes.
Mm.
From what I've observed, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I don't know.
It's a little
It's so
sus.
interesting, yeah. And it's like never mows her lawn. There was maybe one time we saw her do it, and it was because nobody else was doing it. Because my dad would do it sometimes, at least the front. Obviously, we're not going in the backyard because it's not a
Mm.
property and it's fenced. But in the front yard, we do it sometimes. Or
Is it
my
next to you?
uncle, yeah, it's right next to us.
Okay, so have you guys had problems with like the tall grass and like things coming over?
No,
Okay.
I
It's
know,
weird. Okay.
I know. And then our Theo, my Theo actually would sometimes mow her lawn too. Like she would never. We've only seen her do it once. And you know us Hispanics, we're always trying to do the best for our neighbors and like especially for somebody that you know she might be living alone and she is a woman and da da da. Like we
Yeah.
want to help her out as much as we can, but at the same time, it's like okay, your mailbox is literally in the same spot. It hasn't moved, and you're not doing anything
Yeah.
about it. Or like the tall grass in the back. Oh my gosh! And actually, the other side of her fence, not our side, but the other side,
Mm.
is fallen over. You know what I mean? It's just kind
Yeah.
of like
And she's
What's
lived
going
there for a
on?
while. She
Yeah.
older lady or
I'm guessing she kind of looks like maybe 30s.
mm,
Or maybe she's younger, but she looks older. You know what I mean?
okay,
Or
yeah.
maybe she's old and I just being nice.
Mhm.
But it's just kind of like those type of neighbors, you're like, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Like, are you mentally there? What are you hiding? What do you do on your free time? Are you like an actual human?
And like,
Do you work for the CIA?
no,
Like,
seriously. And it's just like, you don't see anything else about them or hear anything about them. You just kind of see the car there sometimes, sometimes not, but
mm-hmm.
nothing else is fixed or done or
It's kind
it's
of like our
interesting. And
neighbor.
I wonder how the inside is if the outside is that way.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just metiche, but but there's also another neighbor on our street where this house I genuinely thought nobody lived there,
hmm
but apparently people do live there. I thought maybe it was just a house that somebody had and they would kind sometimes like come and vacation on that, or maybe it was an Airbnb or whatever.
hmm
I've never seen any like I've never seen anybody go in and out of that house, cars, garage, nothing. So I'm like, do people live here? But it would the like the grass was always short, but I've never seen anybody go cut it. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just kind of like I wonder sometimes you just don't know who's right next to you and
Yeah.
what's going on in their
Or
lives, I
what?
guess.
Like you met someone, what they've done in the past.
Yes. Or what they're planning.
Yeah.
You just can't trust anybody, guys.
Yeah, that is kind of creepy. I mean, I've thought about it with our neighbor, but he is like a state trooper,
Hmm.
and like he like works sometimes crazy hours and stuff. But I never see him do anything else other than stay at home and work out. And maybe it's just like he's older, not married,
Doesn't
bachelor
have a lot.
pad
Just
type
kidding.
stuff. Yeah. But it like I don't know. Sometimes it worries me. I'm like, do you have fun? Like it like it like I kind of feel for them. Like I sometimes want to be like, oh, like maybe they deserve a plate of food, or maybe I should bake something for them.
Yeah. No,
Because
that's the
I'm just like, what are they going through? You know?
yeah, with our neighbor, that's what how we felt. That's why we would like do our best to try and help her out and this and that. But
Yeah, that is something creepy to think about. But luckily, I haven't had to like think about weird neighbors yet. But my next one, kind of sad, death. That always, for the most part, keeps me up at night. I'm like, what if I just said I love you to a specific person for the last time? What if
and you won't wake up.
yeah, or they won't wake up and my last hug was 2 days ago and I should have went and hugged them today and stuff. And it's kind of sad to think about, but so valid. And I always think about it with everything. Like even this cat now. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, what about like if one day I'm not here,
Yeah.
they're like hurt, or what if another day like a significant other or like a family member or a friend or an animal like is not here,
Mhm.
like maybe this is my last day being happy for a while, and it's crazy to think about,
Yeah.
you know?
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's weird that you mentioned that because my biggest thought that keeps me up at night ties in with death.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, talk about it.
Okay, here
Because
we
mine's kind
go.
of broad, so like
This
it could
one's
be.
deep. Basically, beyond this world, what happens?
Mm-hmm.
What happens when we die? This and that, right? Obviously, there's so many different ideas and thoughts and stuff, but the thing is, nobody actually knows what happens. And one thing that I was talking to my mom about is that she was like, anytime that I've had a dream where I'm like either getting shot at or I'm supposedly dying, I never see what happens next.
Yeah.
And the thing is, probably because we haven't,
We've never experienced death, so we
we,
don't know how it's
yes,
supposed to go.
but okay, here I go.
She's about to get
Here
heat.
I go. No, seriously, here I go. The thing is, we did talk about this a few episodes back, but
hmm
everything we imagined and everything we thought of, any story, any movie, any book, anything, we have those stories, we have those ideas and this and that, probably because we've experienced it
Before.
before. Death is one of the things we haven't had an answer to,
Yeah.
or even a slight idea. We only had we've only had like hope or like faith and stuff, but we don't have like a this for sure happens after. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
kind of like, what? Like, what if there's nothing after? What if there's more after? What if it's a cycle that never
Yeah.
stops? But it's just like, what happens once we're done with the life here?
Mhm.
And like, it's just, it kind of messes with me because it's like, what if it's a cycle that never stops? What if, yes, what if we do reborn and then reborn again and again and
Yeah,
again
and
and
it's just like a
again?
whole
And it's
cycle.
like, but what if one time I don't want to do that anymore? You know what I mean? Or there's another thing, it's like, what if there's nothing after, but I want something to happen after? You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
It's just kind of like,
You're just kind of there. Like, what if you're stuck waiting for everyone else to?
yeah, what if you're alone? What if you're not alone? What if we actually never get to like rest, I guess?
Mhm.
There's just so many things that can come from this, and it's just like, what? And this, okay, to add on to this, there's a video that my mom actually showed me because she's like, look, watch this. This is kind of interesting. And it's called El Huevo. So once you want to watch it,
Okay.
literally on YouTube, just search up El Huevo. Probably will pop up. Or El Huevo story or something. I don't know. How do you feel? How do you ever think about that? Like beyond this world, like what
Yeah,
actually?
definitely. Where do I go? I mean, I know like I'm I'm Christian, so
Yeah,
obviously like, I'd want to think that we all go to heaven,
exactly.
but is there purgatory? Is there this? Like right
That's what
after,
I'm
like do we
saying.
wait? Do we rest
Yeah.
and then we go?
And
You
the
know?
thing is, like, once we're over there, what are we going to be doing? What is going to be our
Yeah.
purpose?
Yeah.
What are we going to be sent back to lead others or do some other stuff or this and that?
Yeah.
It's just like, I really do deeply think about it sometimes. And I'm just kind of like, what if we always have to be doing something?
Mhm.
And there's not necessarily like an end to like, I don't know. I've definitely, and the thing is, once I start thinking about it, I kind of stop myself because I genuinely do think you could probably go insane thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of
It's
like,
all you
nope.
think, it's all you
Yeah. And
live at that point.
but I'm not gonna, I'm gonna worry about the present and the now, you know?
Yeah. I've definitely thought about like where am I gonna go? And it's also like, am I gonna be able to see how everyone's crying for me? That's a pain I don't want to have to go through, you know?
Mm,
It's a pain I don't want them to go through, but
yeah.
I feel like it hurts so much more when someone's like
I'll be honest,
feeling
this is maybe
guilty and stuff.
controversial, but whenever I do pass away, I would rather people
Not cry.
celebrate
Yeah,
for
valid.
my life. Be like, she got to do all these things. Like, I'm so proud of, that she got
Yeah.
to live the way she wanted and this and that. And like, obviously, if you know me, I want you to party, have a
Yeah.
good time.
If anything, I feel like
Like, I'm
I
okay.
feel so much better than what I was here.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what I want my family to take. Hey, like she was tired, girl. Like she needed her rest. So
Yeah.
like now she doesn't have to worry about this, you know. Because what also keeps me up at night is what's happening with this world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't have to think about that anymore. It kind of makes you sad sometimes.
Yeah. I think about like every scenario. It's just crazy to think that what if it is a cycle that just never truly ends?
Hmm.
Or what if it is a cycle that ends and it's just like, this is the only life we have?
And you're just kind of like just stuck in oblivion with nothing to do, no thoughts, no nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm crazy, but was the light in the bathroom? I thought it was only the shower light on right now, or was
I
it
turned
that
both
one?
of them on.
Okay, because I was like, I swear it's just one, and now
You're like,
it's all bright.
I don't want to like talk about this, but yeah.
Actually, let's let's
Yeah.
talk about it because I know that you have. Listen, guys, before coming today, Mia told me, she said, "Listen, I gotta update you on some things that has happened here at the
Yeah.
house, paranormal. So here we go. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Oh, I have one more before that
Oh,
one.
okay, okay.
It's living up to all the potential. I don't want to like little dweeb. This episode's gonna have so many cuts or
Because of me, so
so many little things of
little.
you little dweeb, you little rat, you little this. So in advance, I'm not
I wish
talking to
you
you
guys could
guys.
see him, guys. He's cute.
He's a little turd.
Oh
He
my
looks
gosh!
mean
For
too.
Halloween, you guys can dress him up as Puss in Boots.
That's what my sister said. She's like, "Can you get him little boots?" I'm like, "Bro."
Cute.
He's also not gonna grow very big, so he'll be
Aw,
little.
yeah.
Um, so living up to the potential, that being like you pass away and you're like, I didn't do what I wanted to do, and so many of us do that. Even now, even now, right now, I'm not doing what I want to do. I'm not going out to the places I want to go out to. I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
posting the videos I want to post. I'm not like this whole week. I wanted to like post a day of my life, because
Mm-hmm.
I love doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always the thought of how are people going to react? How are people going to look at me? Stop. Like, stop thinking about that and just
It's not their
do.
life.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to go and be like, oh my gosh.
I wish I did this. I wish
Yeah,
I did that.
exactly.
But that's why with the last topic that I mentioned, that's what I mean. What if this is our last opportunity to do
It,
everything we want to
yeah,
do
that's so scary too to think about.
and we can't do that? You know what I mean?
I feel like sometimes this might be controversial, but my morals get in the way of what I want to do.
Mm,
Because, like, morally speaking, I don't want to get so many tattoos to the point where my kids are like, I want a tattoo, and then I'm like, no, and they're like, but you have a tattoo,
mm-hmm.
because such a valid argument. But you
Mm-hmm.
have
Mm-hmm.
um. But another part of me, I have always loved tattoos. I want more tattoos, but it's like morally, do
How
I?
many?
I think like 5,
Oh,
maybe.
I
So it's
thought
not
you
too
meant
much.
like a whole sleeve.
I
I was like,
used to want a whole
okay.
sleeve at
Mm-hmm.
16. I would try to get my mom to sign off on it and tell her it was something else.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Don't ever
She
do
was
that,
smart.
guys. She was very smart. But yeah, like that's something I definitely want to do. I want to get more tattoos, but I also, I think about my wedding. Do I want to be all tatted up while I walk down the aisle?
Yeah.
Not that it's like an ugly look or a look that
It's
I
just your
like.
personal.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like sometimes my morals get in the way of doing what I want to do because I'm like, is that morally okay? You know? And sometimes it's just like little things, like stuff that people would be like, how is that morally not okay? But I feel like sometimes things do get in the way of certain things, or wearing certain things that I want to wear. Like, people are always going to talk. They're always going to be like, oh, that's a little, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it literally took me 21 years of my life to post in a bathing suit
Mm-hmm.
because I just know how people are. And genuinely, my own opinion about this, a girl shouldn't feel like they're gonna be sexualized because they're in a bathing suit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a body. We all have them. We're at the beach. You're swimming. The fact that some people think that you should be in a long sleeve and this and this and that,
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a body, bro. Get over it. Like, in reality, when I'm at the beach, I'm 12 again, and I just want to go swimming
Playing
and
with
play
the
mermaids.
mermaids.
Exactly. So, but it genuinely took me 21 years of my life to even feel comfortable enough to just post about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me so sad because, sometimes it's not morals we have, but it's standards that people have for us.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. That's what I would say with like morals and potentials and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, do you have
I
one
think,
last one or anything?
yeah, with what you were talking about though, I generally, if it makes you happy, do it.
Yeah.
If it's not gonna affect you, then just do it. Y si los demás tienen algo que decir,
You're like, girl,
oh
it's not your
well.
life. Sorry. Move on.
Yeah. My last one. This one's just kind of silly in a way, but I was talking to my mom again, and we were just kind of like babbling about random things. And we were on a walk with Crystal, And I told her, like, Crystal was doing something that I explained to her why apparently dogs do that.
Mhm.
And she was like, but how do we know? And I was like, well, hold on. I was like, she's like, yeah, like how? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, in this, like, scientifically, apparently this is what happens and da da da. And she's like, but how do we know? We're not a dog. So how do we know that's actually what's happening?
Mhm.
I was like, wait, you're right.
Right.
And so my topic is like all the research about animals and just everything in this life. How exactly do we know that that's the right answer or that's correct
Yeah. I never thought of that.
if we're not the ones?
Yeah.
If we're not a freaking rhino, how do we know?
That rhinos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something that dogs do. That's why I was talking about it. Apparently, dogs get their newspaper. Okay, this is a silly example, but you know how like us humans we have newspaper to like fill in with drama and
Mhm.
information and anything that we need to know about the world right now or the news and stuff.
Mhm.
Dogs apparently do that through sense of smell. So when you take a dog on a walk, they like when they're smelling the
It's like they
sidewalks
smell
and
the
everything,
gossip.
yeah,
Really?
and they know everything of what happened or this or that or
Mhm.
and so and then I told her and I was like and whenever they're satisfied with all the information they got, so most of the time dogs kind of like quiver their mouth.
Mhm.
I don't know if you ever seen a dog do that, but they
Mhm.
kind of just like literally
Mhm.
and I told my mom, I was like, yeah, like Crystal wasn't doing it at that time, but she's done it before, and so I would tell my mom, I was like, apparently they do this because of this and this and that. Because my Crystal also stops at everything to smell everything, and
Mhm.
my mom's like, Esta, like, queremos caminar, and she's over here sniffing
Sniffing
everything.
stuff.
And I was like, well, this is like her gossip. This is her filling herself in with everything de la colonia.
Uh-huh.
And I explained that to her. She's like, but how do we actually know that? And
That
I was
that's real. Yeah.
like, what if?
Kind of going back with the government, how
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
scientists with
saying.
everything, like.
How do we actually know? Because she's like, what if? Yeah, she does that, but what if that's not the actual reason why they do it? What if there's
Mhm.
another reason or this or that? And I'm like, I've never thought about it that way.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I wonder if I could like upload a picture on the podcast so they can see Miso.
You could probably put it in the
That's
comments.
what I'm saying,
Yeah.
or the description maybe.
Yeah.
I think I could, so you guys can see him. You guys can see what he's doing when we're recording. Let me take a picture. Anyways, you should tell us. I'm like dying to know, Mia.
Okay,
I'm like
yeah.
I've been
So
asking since the beginning of this episode.
so this is something, so you know how you were talking about like when I told you about like the story we read and stuff, and you were like, "Oh, no one believed her till they heard it."
Hmm.
It was yesterday morning. I was actually gonna call you about it, but I know you had your do not disturb, and I was like, she's probably at work.
Yeah, guys,
She
if I
said,
ever if I ever have my do not disturb, that's exactly what I only have. Like I have my phone set up to be that way. Like if
hmm
I'm at work or even if I'm around work, it automatically turns on.
"Yeah,
I have to turn
I
on
always
sometimes.
do notify anyway." I'm like, I'm important enough for her to get my message.
Hmm.
There's certain people that aren't my family that I have to put on like the little do
Do
not
not disturb.
disturb thing where they can disturb me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So this thing happened yesterday morning. So currently my partner's brother is staying with us for a little bit.
It happened to him.
Mhm. My
Finally, not finally. No, no, not
Hold
no,
up,
not
guys. She
finally,
didn't mean
guys.
like
No, no, no. Listen, listen. It's because he's staying in the room that apparently a lot has happened to other
to
people,
other people.
and he hasn't had anything happen. So it's like, I not like woohoo, but it's just kind of like
Oh, like
maybe
this
there
is
is.
real. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. So he's currently staying with us, and he does work like a C shift, I'd say. So like he goes in pretty late in the afternoon, he comes back till 1:30,
In the
sometimes 2.
morning.
Yeah.
Mm, okay.
So for the most part, like I do wake up with like certain noises
What time do you usually wake up? So they have an idea of like the time.
in the
Or
morning. Like, what
mhm,
time do I wake up? I wake up at 5
around.
a.m.
Hmm.
5 a.m. Around 5 a.m. Um, but he usually like when he first started staying over, I could wake up to his sounds because normally there wouldn't be someone awake at that time. But now he's very quiet. So usually it's never like, oh, I wake up to like hear him. But I do wake up during the night just with little bits of like, oh, I'm moving around and like I kind of just wake up a little bit. So I knew he had gone home because I heard the door open. And outside my bedroom is like the closest one to the kitchen. And he had the kitchen light on because I think he was like eating something. And he usually plays his video games in the living room before he goes to bed. And I saw the light on and I was like, oh, like he's home. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Like, that's fine. I start to go back to sleep. I go back to sleep. My 5 a.m. alarm goes off. I'm like, ugh, it's already 5 a.m. All right, whatever. My sister's partner has spent the night and they work in Rogers. So they had to get up. They go in at 7. They had to get up at 5 a.m., start getting ready, and head that way to get there on time. So I'm kind of like snoozing. And I had just gone up because Miso is coughing up a storm and he's trying to cough up freaking hairballs and he just wouldn't let me sleep. So I had just went back to bed, slowly started drifting off into sleep, and I hear a knock. And it's three knocks
Guys,
to remember.
it's always three.
It's always three.
Anyways,
And I just hear.
ew. Listen,
It's like this.
that's crazy. No, don't do it. We don't
These
want. We don't want to call nobody.
you're right. Erase that. Oh, that's what I was thinking about before I knocked. I was like, would it? I was like, and then
No,
you said it.
no.
But
It's always three though.
yeah,
Look, 3 a.m., three knocks,
yeah,
three this, three that. The heck?
yep.
And also like weird because my mom, yes, today in the morning, no, yesterday, she just we have a dishwasher
Mhm.
and it was like watching whatever the cycle and the time, it has the time, the clock time, whatever, and it said 333.
Mhm.
And I mean, I didn't think much of it, but my mom was just like three again. And I was like, what are you talking about? So it's just
Really?
like weird. Anyways, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell her this. Anyways.
Well, that's so funny. The day before this happened, we went to the gas station to go get a drink. I really wanted a Red Bull,
Hmm.
and my total was 666. And I
What?
was like, how am I gonna put something back in there? So like, I didn't have time to go get something else. But I was like, what
I
the frig is so weird.
before I paid, I would have been like, give me a second.
Can you get a tip, a 1 cent tip, please?
Yeah.
um, but okay. Anyways, I wake up. I'm like slowly back drifting into sleep because Miso, woke me freaking up. And I hear the three knocks. Frick.
Who be knocking right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't sound like it was on my door. It sounded like it was either like in the house. Like I was thinking, oh,
Mm.
my sister's partner is knocking on the
Actually,
bathroom door
oh.
because, my boyfriend's brother is probably like in there,
Mm-hmm.
and she's probably like, hey, bro, hurry.
Mm-hmm.
And um I'm just like thinking about it and thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think anyone would be knocking at 5 a.m. in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
like whatever. I'm like starting to go back to sleep, and there goes again. There goes again. It was like a minute, like a minute passed, and then they did it again. And I had heard it once before, like before I heard it technically the first time, but I thought it was the ice maker. So like the fridge is right across from my wall, and sometimes it'll like drop the ice, and I'm just like, oh, it was the ice maker, whatever. So that's what I thought the first time it was, and the second time that was technically my first time I actually heard the knock. But I was like, whatever, it's whatever. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're probably knocking on the freaking door or whatever. And I hear it again. A minute passes, I hear it again. I'm like, what the frick? And I turn around, and I don't know that my boyfriend's away. I turn around, and he's wide open, right? And I look at him, and he nods at me. Cause there's a lot of times where he's up too, and I hear something, and I look at him, and he's like, "No, bro, like, I didn't hear that, like, shut up," you know? But he nods at me, he's like, "You heard that too?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Mm, they're probably doing something or whatever." And I was like, "Should we go check?" And he's like, "Nah, it's okay." If it's like
Wow,
if
the
it's
first
actually a
time
knock,
the guy doesn't want to go check.
yeah, and that's what's funny. And he's like, "Nah, if it's like a knock on the door, like don't knock again." Well, they didn't knock again, but I just waited. I was like, "Okay, if it's someone coming over and like, you know, um, my brother-in-law has someone coming over, like I'll hear the door open, like I'll hear him walk and go open the door." But I didn't hear anything. I was like, "That's freaking weird." And I was really sleep deprived, so I didn't really think much of it anymore, and I just went to sleep for a little longer. Well, that morning, um, my boyfriend gets up, gets ready for work. I am so cooked, like I'm just like so tired that I'm not really like I'm like, I'm not
Like a
dealing with this.
zombie.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna sleep in today. Well, I text my boyfriend and I'm just gonna talking about the knock, and he's like, "Yeah, like I don't know what it was." Well, apparently I go and visit my sister and take her some lunch. And I'm like, "Hey, were you like knocking? Were any of you guys like knocking on like the bedroom door or like your bedroom door or like the bathroom door?" Because like I heard a few knocks. She's like, "Oh, no," but I asked James earlier today in the morning before we all left to work, and he was like, "Oh, I thought it was you guys. Like, did you guys knock?" And she was like, "No, I thought it was y'all. Like, I thought it was your brother knocking on your door because it sounded faint to me. Like, it sounded like it was at y'all's door, your bedroom door. So I thought he like went over there to ask for something, or he wanted to hang out with me. So I thought he was knocking on your door. So I just didn't think much of it." And she's like, and my partner didn't think much of it because she's like, they're like, she's like, I'm not really like gonna like be like, oh, like, why is he knocking on their door? And she's the type of person to get up and always go open the door and not check through the people. Like she just doesn't care. She just opens the door. But she didn't
Like
want to.
that one time.
Yeah, she just didn't want to get up.
Mhm.
And I was like, that's so weird. And then I was like, okay, so is my brother-in-law. Like he's probably like he was doing something. And when she tells me that, I want to find out right now. So I text him. I'm like, hey, by any chance, like, did you like knock like at like 5 a.m. or did you like hear a knock? And he's like, oh yeah, I heard it, but I thought it was y'all. So
What?
mind you, this is 5 people who heard the exact same knock. I heard it 3 times. Um, my boyfriend heard it twice, and then they heard it once. And I was like, what the heck? Anyways, and this is exactly what I said. I said, did you by chance hear a knock 3 times at like 5 a.m.? Or did you by chance knock 3 times at like 5 a.m. or hear knocking? He said, I heard knocking. Thought it was weird, but it didn't happen again. I said, no way. Okay, bet. And he quote unquote, which is so funny that I thought you mentioned that. He said, 3 knocks, un demonio. That's what he said, right? And I said, ah. And that's kind of where we left it. But I later come back home and we were talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, it was weird. I was like, who would be knocking at this time?" And then he's like, "But I thought it was like one of y'all like just knocking or whatever." So I was like, "I'm not. I'm already in bed. I'm not gonna go look." And he's
Mhm.
like, "And I usually would go look for y'all to just like go open the door." He's like, "But like, nah, I'm not getting up anymore." And he's like, "And I had just went to bed, so I was like, nah." And yeah, I just thought it was really freaky that we all heard it and we all decided to not get up. It was almost like we weren't supposed to get up and check. Mind you, we've never had anyone knock at that time. Not even 11, not even 2 a.m.
And like
Never.
everybody heard it.
Everyone heard it, and everyone heard it faintly.
And it was nobody.
Yep. No. Well, not that we know of, at
No, that's what
least.
I'm saying. It was none of you guys.
Yeah.
But you all heard it. So it's
Yep.
like,
And we
how?
all collectively decided to not go look, which is crazy. And at 5 a.m., like right now, yes, it's still dark. But even me, like if I wouldn't have been so sleep deprived, I would have went and checked because it's already 5 a.m. You know? Yeah.
That's so
And the way that the
weird.
knock sounded,
Was it slow? Don't do it.
yeah,
Don't do it.
it
But
was slow. Like they paused. It was like I'll like say it. It was like knock, knock, knock. And they literally paused for a whole minute. And that's why I thought it was the
thank
ice
God you
machine.
started talking right now because I was like,
Oh, really? When
yeah.
my pause?
No, yeah.
You were like
That
started
pause was
feeling.
like,
And then
I don't want to
again,
hear
and
anything.
then again. And it wasn't like they like got loud or anything.
Yeah.
It was just again, knock, knock, knock.
And you heard it 3 times.
And I heard it
Like
3 times.
3 different times.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
But yeah, they all heard it like twice. And then I think my sister, her partner, and his brother heard it only once. But we heard it. I heard it 3 times, and my boyfriend heard it twice. But
And
yeah,
Misa didn't react at all.
I don't even know what the frick Misa was doing. Misa was just all
Because
over.
like that's another thing. Animals are very
He's a very with when it comes to doors, which is so weird. This morning, actually, he was at the front, like at the bedroom door, and he was just kind of like he like when they like kind of get scared, like those black cats that they kind of
yeah.
do like the U.
Yeah.
He was doing that. I was like, what?
Only at your door?
Stop! Ew!
Stop.
I don't like that smiling.
Sorry, I'm just kind of like,
But
it's
yeah,
weird.
and I don't know. I feel like wholeheartedly feel
I
like we shouldn't. It was such a good thing that we did not get up.
go check, yeah.
Because
But like,
even if it was nothing, it could have been something. Does
yeah,
that make sense?
yeah. I would have like me inclino and start praying right now,
Yeah,
like
no,
get
for real.
everybody in.
Yeah. But it was so weird that we all heard, and we all thought it was each other. And it was like we just kind of convinced ourselves to not
I
go check.
see. Yeah. Has anything else happened?
No, I mean, he says like he hears like little like knickknacks here
Creaks
and
and
there,
stuff.
but I also think it's because he's the closest to the garage and our boiler's in there. He doesn't think much of it either. But this definitely was a little weird.
That was yesterday.
Yesterday morning.
That's so weird.
So
Hmm.
it was definitely a little funky. I was like, what is happening right now? Why is this happening? But yeah, that's I think the only thing that's really happened. That was like creepy. And we didn't really talk about it. Like
There's
I know I was yesterday, like I was gonna go somewhere and I was gonna take my brother in law with me. And I was like, oh, I'll just leave the house unlocked because my sister was over, but my sister doesn't have a key. And she's like, well, I can just wait for you to come back. I was like, well, even if you leave, like, it's fine. Just like, she's like, but I don't have a key to lock the door. I was like, you can just leave it unlocked. And all he looks at me, he like never does. He looks at me, he's like, but what if like the 5 a.m. knocker comes back? And I'm
no,
like,
no. He needs to.
stop. I'm
Yeah.
like, shut up.
This is not
But
something to like joke. Does he
and
know about your like?
no, and I feel like he does.
Yeah.
I also don't really like to tell people when they're spending
Yeah,
here
that makes
because
sense.
I don't want them to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. But also like
He's
but
so
if for whatever
scary.
reason does joke about it and then something happens,
Imagine
he
no.
needs to
Okay, actually,
know.
actually
He
no.
needs to
Don't
know.
imagine it.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm like I
But
don't
yeah,
want I'm not saying this for this to happen, but
no. And like ever since then, I've been kind of weary. Like I like wake up, and I'm like, is that him? And I hear him I'm like, yeah, it's him. And I go back to sleep. But yeah, no, it's definitely a little.
you guys need to install cameras.
That's what my sister said. She's like, genuinely, this solidified that we need cameras. Because out of all the crazy stuff that has happened to her, this solidified it because everyone heard it. But yeah, I think it was like
At
going
least
back to that story.
outside or I guys, cameras do creep me out though, but at the same time it's like if you feel like I think it does help
We
to be
live
like
in such a good neighborhood though.
I know.
And that's the crazy thing.
Like we talked about earlier, we just don't know.
Yeah.
We know, but we don't know.
Yeah. And I'm like, who could it have been? You know?
the the hook guy.
Oh my gosh, no. But yeah. So,
No thanks. I don't have
and even
anything.
after that, I like slept with the closet door open or like the bathroom door. So weird.
Hey, but that's good.
That is good.
That
I'm
shows
not
that you're
letting
just,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
get to you much. That's good. Huh. I'm like, what if whenever I
No, and that's like literally what I've been thinking.
No, I've been
Cause
no, listen, I've been thinking about it too. I'm like, we still haven't had our sleepover yet. We need to
and we
have,
need to.
yeah. But then I'm like, and then I started thinking, I was like, would I even hear anything? I was like, I don't think I would hear anything unless I allowed myself to be open to it.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, what if I'm not necessarily thinking about it or open to it, but
And
it
it just
happens?
happens. Yeah. No, I've been thinking about it too, because actually my boyfriend is going on a work trip. He like got selected to go on a work trip and stuff.
Whoa,
He's
where's he
one
going?
of the two that only got selected. So I'm like
Dang,
so proud of
okay.
you. But he's gonna be gone. He's gonna like have to take a flight and he'll be
Yeah,
gone for a few days. So I'm like, Nia.
yeah.
He's always like, when is Nia gonna come? When are you guys gonna have your sleepover? Because
I
like,
think now.
no, literally, because he's also thought about like all the stuff that I tell you and how you're like, I wonder if,
I
because
would.
I told him I was like, I wonder if like her mom is very like spiritually well. I was like, I wonder if like if she'd come over, if she would even feel anything. I was like, because a lot of people, like, I know if my
Yeah,
mom would come over, she'd be like, bro, there's something here, you know?
yeah.
Because of the way that she was. Like, yeah, she wouldn't really see stuff, but she definitely felt like the eerie stuff and stuff.
See, that's the thing. Like, I know we've talked about this so many times, but for my mom, it's like I don't think she's like if I'm like, hey, come to this house to check this out, she'd be like, nah, no me
Yeah.
conviene.
Hmm.
But if she is over, I think it happens more whenever she's not expecting it. You know what I mean?
When she's not even like
Thinking about it,
initiate. Yeah.
she's like, oh,
Hmm.
what the heck? Yeah. So I feel like we'll have to like bring her whenever, not tell her
Cookout.
that.
Like, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but then I feel bad if I don't tell her. I'm like, Mom, you're actually here to.
To see.
If
Well,
you,
maybe we'll forget that
yeah,
that
and
we were
she'll
like
just be
thinking, and
over.
she'll be over, and then she'll be like, oh, actually, and I'm like, oh, you know. But yeah, that's what happened. I mean, I guess nothing too crazy, but I think that's why I kind of put in there like, yeah, that sometimes like paranormal stuff is like scary, but sometimes it's like the intention that actual people have, like deranged people have behind it. I'm like, what if it was a person? What was their intent? You know? Because I'm genuinely here alone all the time.
A neighbor. I'm telling you. Like you just never know, and that's
Yeah.
the scary part.
So I
Anyway,
tell myself it was just a neighbor that needed some sugar at 5 a.m.
to bake some cookies.
Yeah.
Well, I think miso is done for today.
Yep, he's not that. Well,
Let us know
if you
what
guys,
keeps you up at night.
yeah. And what do you guys think was knocking at our door? And should Nia spend the night? Should we like be open to it and investigate? Maybe we'll do a little
We'll
pod.
bring you guys with
Yeah, or
us.
maybe we'll film. Maybe we'll wake up and be like, "Hey guys, like this has just happened."
Just
Yeah.
guys, that's
So let's
crazy. I'm
see.
down. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Well,
we'll see you guys in the next episode.
bye.
Bye.